Hello everybody, April 10th. And the morning started out kind of drizzly and chilly willy and super cloudy. And so I had to work retail today. So I guess some people are still on break. So the retail store that I was in was very quiet. It's very, very quiet. So I was back in the back of the store and I just sort of scanned the energy of the store and also the people in the store shopping. And as I tapped into a few people's energies, I could see that they were dense and low. And sometimes I'll just leave it there. But today, because it was super quiet, I said, let me just see if I can play with this a little bit more. So I would walk closer into the vicinity of the person's aura and energy field and just get another read on it. And this one particular person of a few today, I got confirmation as soon as I approached. And then about an hour went by and this one woman was still in the store. And I thought, oh, that's an awfully long time. There's nothing in her basket but one thing. So I said, are you finding everything okay? And the response was, yeah, I haven't, really been out. I have so many things that I need. But, now that I can come out now. Now, remember I did a video on being neutral? It's not for me to judge. I did feel badly that people are being brainwashed to feel that they have to make choices within fear without all the information. But at the same time, I just nodded. But when my energy went to tap in with hers again, it was all here. It was all here. Like it was very disconnected to here. Everything was in slow-mo. So I understood now why nothing was in the basket, because every time she went down a different aisle to look and read things, she wasn't retaining any of it. So, and this person was at least 30-ish. So they weren't, young or old. And, but anyway, I just found it interesting because I get a lot of confirmation when I tune into energies. And like I said, I took it a step further and I tuned in even further and I got even more confirmation from several different people without even doing this. So let me just say I had to cut my day a little bit short. And I came home and changed my clothes and set out for a walk. And I went to a place that I like to sit in quiet. And it was within an hour and a half of the sun going down. So I sat and I'm looking up at the sun. I had to keep my sunglasses on, which were fine because they're kind of sheer. So they're not polarized or anything, so I can see. Oh my goodness, that sun was doing these swirl, whirl, whirl, and there was all these colors going around it. And the colors were gorgeous, gorgeous pink and a gorgeous yellow. And then it would be a purple violet, but then it would be so dark it almost looked like it was black, but it wasn't. And it would swirl around and get in front of the sun, and there was beings going around, and then little plasma beings, and then a whole lot of little flashing lights and so on. But the sun itself was like so busy and being entertained, and I felt like a lot of beings were going and just getting in front of it, like, I'm getting cleaned up, I'm getting sun rays. But at the same time, they were putting on a show for me. So if that didn't lighten me up, and then, being a 5D seer, then I could look down towards the grass. And let's see if I can describe this to you, because it's almost like out of a movie. So it becomes a little bit wavy. And it'll catch my eye, so I'll bring my eyes down to there, and it'll be a little bit like wavy, almost like there's a little bit of a saran wrap sort of screen that I'm looking at, but I can see the grass and all that stuff. And then faces will just look at me and they're clear as a bell. So don't necessarily know if they were elementals or so on, but remember what's above can hologram down below. And then I was sitting near the bleachers, which are metal, and I just happened to glance down and it was this golden yellow. And then it started moving and then a face appeared there. So I just smiled and just said, thank you for showing me so much beauty. Now that's with my eyes open. When I close them, things come in much deeper color. So I would get this gorgeous, gorgeous, like a powder blue. And then I get this just really a true, like a Kelly green, you know, and then sometimes a violet, and then the body or the face of the being, whether it looks like an animal or a person or maybe something I have not recognized. And something that did come to mind to me through some of my visions, dreams, and meditations I've done for pretty much all my life is whenever I've gone to an area and I'm in the water and I know that I'm somewhere like in Lumeria is what I always get. And it's really deep into Mother Earth. So it's almost like a world within a world. And so recently I got that a lot of the dolphins and whales and animals from that time frame look a little different than they do now in our oceans. And then of course I'm looking at it from a different eye. So again, eyes opened, eyes closed. I see the exact same thing, that just the color contrast is different. So if you get an opportunity, you don't have to be a sun gazer. You don't. But if you can get out there at a time where you can look above, below, or beside the sun without it hurting, or wearing an unpolarized pair of sunglasses, where you can sort of look and then look around the area and focus and see what might come up for you. Because if you came in with this incarnation to have sight, then remember, anytime you want to be good at something and hone it in, you gotta skill it. And if you're gonna skill it, that means that takes practice. So you may not get what you expect in the beginning, but then all of a sudden you will. So there were so many symbols out there. That was the other thing. And they were coming in formations of like different dot colors. And they come so fast that even I've carried notebooks before, and they come so fast that I can't. If I take the time to stop and draw it or remember what I've seen, then I miss the next one. And now that I've seen these symbols for a period of time, it just keeps being said to me, we're just showing ourselves to you. We're beings of consciousness. There's so many of us here. We're letting you know that we're here. Just like your neighbors are there and your sisters and brothers are here and there in physical form, we're here in an energetic conscious form. And we're letting you know that we see you. And we're like just loving playing with you, that you can see us. So it's kind of like an air hug. I can't even express to you how good it feels. And at night, sometimes before I go to bed, I'll turn the living room lights out and stuff, and then I'll look out my sliding glass door and I'll look up, and it'll be kind of dark. And sure enough, a sphere will just come over, and then it does a flash, and it just lets me know it's there. And then sometimes I go upstairs to my room and I'm getting ready to crawl into bed. I turn the lights out and I go to the window and I'll just look up in a whole different direction, and I just look, and it's kind of pitch black, and next thing you know, I'll see an energy movement, and then it'll kind of move around and sometimes give me a flash. It's like my guardians are there. That's how freaking cool it feels. I can't even explain it. But if you want to work on your sight, you gotta go look. Pick a spot. Go look. Practice every day. Just go find a place to do it. And just keep your heart light and thank the trees and the grass and and just everything around you and the birds chirping, and just pick a spot and just do your best to focus in on that spot without having an expectation. And just notice what comes up, and then do it again the next day or the next afternoon, whatever, a couple times a day if you can, and see if more and more and more are being brought to you. So they want to greet and meet and be seen as much as you want to greet, meet, and be seen. All right, so much love and light to each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a nice message, and who knows, maybe another video tomorrow. Bye.